Hello and welcome to the video channel of mprugs.com. My name is Mike Panna. I'm the owner of the business and the moderator in the series of videos about Persian rugs. And in this particular video, I want to introduce you to one of the most classic Persian rug designs. It is known as the Mahi design. This is something that if you're into Persian rugs, you have probably seen this type of design, which has been around for centuries. It's become very traditional, very popular, but they're also, in addition to Persian rugs, there are also, for example, Indian rugs that also feature the same type of design. And so in this video, I'm not just going to tell you about the design and everything, but I'm also going to point out the Indian versions. And so you can also see the differences between the two. This is also just like, for example, in the videos that I have where I describe to you like the Turkish harika, the silk rugs, and then also put it side by side with the Chinese imitation pieces that are almost, it's virtually impossible to notice the difference. With the Mahi rugs, it is easier for you to know the difference between a real Persian one and an Indian Tabriz copy. There is a big price difference between the two. And unfortunately, there are some dealers who will sell the Indian Persian rugs as genuine. And please, just so you know, because I am already getting a lot of comments, a lot of people are really grateful for the fact how I literally put them side by side, like I did with the harika rugs, as I've done with videos on the Kashmir rugs and the pure silk gom rugs. Understand, I am not in any shape or form criticizing the Indian rugs, nor am I in any shape or form trying to discredit the hardworking weavers who make these amazing rugs. The problem I have is when I have a lot of my clients who email me and contact me because they were promised something and they got something else. That is something I have an issue with. It is unfortunately one of the things that has really just put the whole Persian rug industry in a negative way. It's whether it's, for example, in the Nain rugs, where I have the video and I show you how the signatures do not actually match with the rugs. The same thing where with the harika rugs, I actually show you the difference, and the same here. Here is a very fine, genuine Tabriz Mahi rug. Here is a Tabriz Mahi rug that's made in India. Both fine pieces. As long as you know that you're getting a Persian or an Indian, then there is not an issue. But if I sell you an Indian rug as if it is a Persian rug, and these are about twice the price, then that is what I would call fraud. It's called misrepresentation. And that is what I'm trying to do with the series of videos. So what I'm going to do, like I've done in the past, I'm going to get behind the camera, I'm going to hold it in my hands, and I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step so that you can actually not only learn about the design, but you can also see the difference. And then I'm going to introduce you to one of the best known Tabriz Mahi weavers. It is a family known as Pirouzian. I'm going to show you a piece. In fact, I'm sitting on it right here. This is one of the Pirouzian rugs. I'm going to show you the little signature of them and explain to you a little bit about what's going on. So I'm going to see you again here in just a second as soon as I get behind the camera. So here I'm back again, and as always behind the camera. So what I have laid out for you here is, and these are very traditional this is what a standard Mahi rug looks like. Here we have, this one is roughly 8 foot by 5 foot, 1.5 meters by 2.5 meters. Then we have a red one that's a 2 meter by 3 meter, or 7 foot by, roughly 7 foot by 10 foot. And then we have a couple of twin Indian made Mahi runners. And these are approximately, I think they're like 14 feet in length. But you can see the design is virtually identical. And in case you guys are wondering, this design, which is inspired by the fish grills, it is called Mahi. Persian Mahi means fish. Well, and as anyone knows, Mahi fish is pretty damn tasty. So in English, we all know what Mahi means. We know what it means in Persian, and you can see obviously the design. And this has been around for centuries. In fact, this red one is very similar to one that I had in my own dining room for a number of years. These Mahi rugs are great for high traffic areas of a home, or if you are like in my case, I had them dining room, and then we also had it in our living room. I mean, it's really cool about the design is the fact that it will pretty much hide just about anything, any stains. I mean, these are virtually indestructible, and they're just really nice pieces. What is also, again, the colors on these Mahi rugs, and this is a design that is typically only found in Tabriz rugs. There are a few similar types in bee jars, but when you talk about the Mahi design, you are basically referring to Tabriz rugs. This is where it is, the Tabriz is in northwestern Iran, Azerbaijan area. They are the ones who pretty much pioneered this design. Then here we have Indian copies. Now, there are, and the reason why I wanted to place them, I like the Indian Tabriz rugs, and what these are is these are made in India by weavers who use similar techniques as the Persian. Generally speaking, an Indian-made Mahi rug is approximately the same quality as the fine pieces, like this one right here. I'm sorry. The fine ones, and you can tell them, you can actually see it in the video. You see the white spectacles? That's silk right there. These little indentations. That's all silk that's shining right there back at you. And on the light colored pieces, like the Tabriz rug, the silk is not as easily noticeable. But if I turn this around, you'll see the same type of shine also in the genuine Persian runs. It is a little bit different. This is more of a commercial silk, so it's a little bit shinier in the Indian ones than it is in the Persian ones. This is all natural. This is more of a commercial. Also, the wool. I mean, part of the reason why the Indian rugs are cheaper than the Persian ones is because, again, it's the material. It's not as fine of a wool. But having said that, very nice pieces. They will last you for many years. These rugs are designed to be used. And the best way for me to explain them, and this is my own personal opinion, I think of them as black suits. This is not something that you're going to be placing in your home where people are going to be turning their heads. This is the gentleman or the lady who wants to wear something very elegant, like a black dress or a black suit, You're not trying to draw attention to yourself. You just want to have something that makes you look very classy. And this is one of the most classy, elegant, traditional designs. Indian, Persian. So, just so you know, when you look in the back of it, typically the Indian rugs, and this is where my measuring tape comes in handy. The high-end Tabriz Mahi rugs typically have 50 ruch, which means if you were to do the KPSI, as I showed you in many of the other videos, you count the number of knots over 1 inch and you square the number. This would be about 330 to 350 KPSI. These are 50 ruch. This one, the Indian Mahi rugs, typically have about 200 knots per square inch. In terms of comparison, they have the thickness of a 50 ruch, but they typically have the knot count of the lower 40 ruch Tabriz Mahi rugs, which we don't carry them. The Persian 40 ruch, which also has about 200 knots per square inch, they are a little bit thicker than the Indian. So the Indian have the thickness of the elegance of the high-end Tabriz Mahi rugs, but what they lack is the knot count. But again, when you're looking at rugs that are basically, the Persian ones can easily be twice as expensive as the Indian rugs. And these are fine rugs. Like I said, I am not in any shape or form, and I'm trying to knock the rugs. They're very nicely done. In fact, sometimes the Indian rugs are actually straighter than the Persian ones. But just want to give you a quick introduction if you want to also notice the difference. And this is where I tell people it's the little things that matter. On the Mahis, notice the end of it here. This is Persian. And I'm not going to describe it to you. I just want you to take a moment and look at the way the knots are right at the end with the fringes. Look at Indian. It's a day and night difference. Persian, Indian. Also, look at the type of wool that is used. This is cotton, this is cotton. But you notice the difference? Whenever people ask me opinions on rugs, I always tell them, send me a picture of just send me a picture of the corner. This right here tells me more about the rug than if you were to send me a picture of the front, because on the front looks real nice and everything, and yes, we can tell that this is not Persian, but I just wanted you to show. I like I said, this is the difference between Persian and Indian. It's one of the ways that we know the difference. Also, Persian wool tends to be softer. They just feel denser and softer than the Indian ones. That's the other way that we can tell. Like I said, again, generally speaking, I can tell pretty much, and another easy way you can tell the difference, Persian Mahi rugs, they tend to put in the effort and put in the leather, which keeps the rugs from curling up if they're really tightly done. Indian rugs typically don't. So if I see this right here, to me, practically, I can just do this. Like I said, 99% of the time, I can pretty much tell my clients what they got. Now, as I promised you earlier, being in the wholesale business and being that my family's from Tabriz, we have gotten to be well known in the area. We specialize in the Tabriz rugs. And as a result of it, one of the things that we have is close friendships, relationships with a lot of the weavers. One of them is the Pirouzian family. The Perusian family, one of the best known weavers who specialize in Mahi rugs only. And they make just absolutely phenomenal pieces. Unlike most of the high-end Tabriz weavers, the Perusians, they typically feature earthy colors. You typically do not find very loud, in-your-face type colors in the Perusians. So this beige and brown piece right here, very classic for the Perusians. And you can see the olive greens. This is all right here very classic. They typically add the signature, and you will see that we carry a number of them. We really like them. Our clients, both my private clients through my website, as well as our commercial clients, they really like the quality of them. And generally speaking, their prices are not too crazy. Sometimes, and I'm just focusing in on the back, you can see all the little stuff right here. That's all the silk. It's on the Mahi rugs. It's really rare to find a lot of silk, but the Perusians really take it to another level. And let's see here if I cannot zoom in. I want to really show you. It's going to be hard, but there is a lot of silk in here, which is really hard. It's rarely ever found in the Mahi design, but I think you can see the silk shining through there. That is what the Pirouzian Mahi rugs are all about. I just thought I'd show it to you. A lot of the retailers, they don't carry them. They're about 10% more expensive than the regular Mahi rugs. But virtually all of my clients who have gotten these have told me that it's well worth the money. At the end of the day, whether you're getting a genuine Perusian or if you're looking at a traditional high-quality Mahi rug or even an Indian rug, the cool thing is, because there's a lot of these available, the pricing is typically not as crazy. And so I just wanted to show you, introduce you to the Mahi design, show you examples, and also show you the difference between a Persian one and an Indian one, and then also introduce you to the Pirouzian Mahi rugs. So I hope the videos have helped to you. Feel free to subscribe. There's lots of other videos just like this one where I compare the same type of rug, whether it's or a design from different regions. So feel free to check out my other videos or go to our website at mprugs.com and you will find a lot more information about Persian rugs in general. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Best wishes to you, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.